Here are 5 red flags as a Christian. Number 1, obsessing over things that are out of your control. You cannot worry or obsess over things that are out of your control. You ultimately have to place your faith in God and trust that all things work together for good for those who love the Lord. Matthew 6:34 says, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will bring its own worries. Surrender the worries to God and let Him take care of things. Number 2, envying someone. The second that you feel that spirit of jealousy rooting up in you, you have to rebuke it. Proverbs 14 verse 30 says, a peaceful heart leads to a healthy body. Jealousy is like cancer in the bones. As Christians, we should never be jealous or envious of someone else's blessings. Know that your time will come and God's timing is perfect. Number 3, feeling entitled. James 4 verse 6, the Bible tells us that God opposes the proud, but He gives grace to the humble. Humble yourself before the Lord and He will exalt you. Entitlement is essentially a pride issue. Those who feel entitled to something have that spirit of pride in them. We do not deserve everything that God has given us. We do not deserve the sacrifices that Jesus did for us. We are so undeserving, but God is so merciful and God is so good that He does it anyways. Number 4, allowing other people's opinions to validate how you feel. When you seek validation from other people, you essentially are idolizing people's validation. We are here to please God. Your reputation does not come from the people here. All you should care about is the reputation that you have in God's sight. You cannot worry about whether people are going to like you or not. The Bible tells us in John 15 verse 18, if the world hates you, remember, it hated me first. The world would love you as its own if you belonged to it, but you are no longer a part of this world. Jesus is telling us we are in this world, but we do not belong to it. You are going to be persecuted. You are going to be hated, and people are not going to like when you stand against what they believe in, which is these false lies and false doctrines of the devil. People walking in the darkness will hate somebody who's walking in the light. Why? Because it's exposing the dark in them. Number 5, being unforgiving or bitter towards people. As Christians, we are called to forgive one another just as Christ has forgiven us. Matthew 6:15 says, if you refuse to forgive others, your Father in heaven will not forgive your sins. So if you do not forgive others, why should God forgive you? You need to forgive, and if you're having a hard time, this is something that you pray and ask for God to give you the strength. Forgiveness does not mean allowing that person back into your life. If someone has hurt you, you need to forgive them, but not for that other person, but for yourself, because you cannot hold that toxic spirit of unforgiveness or bitterness.